Inverness Cathedral. However, the Scottish Episcopal Church dates back to the Roman occupation of Britain. The few medieval Scottish cathedrals which escaped destruction are now used by the established Presbyterian Church, such as Dornoch Cathedral or Dunblane Cathedral for example. The Scottish Episcopal Church lost its legal recognition for supporting the Jacobite cause in the 17th century, and in the 18th century penal restrictions were imposed on its clergy and worship by a government who feared its adherence to the Jacobite succession. This persecution had ended by the 19th century, but what was left was an impoverished church, with few members and none of its ancient buildings. Inverness Cathedral was built as a result of a second spring in the Scottish Church in the middle of the 19th century. This was the time of the revival of the Victorian Gothic revival in architecture, when something of the solid Victorian character was added to the lightness and grace of earlier centuries. The cathedral, an impressive example of this style of architecture, stands in a fine situation on the west bank of the River Ness nearly opposite the castle. The building of the cathedral. It was Bishop Eden who, in 1853, proposed that there should be a Cathedral of the Highlands in Inverness. Dr. Eden was elected Bishop of Moray and Ross in 1851, the See of Caithness was added to his jurisdiction in 1864. During the 35 years he was bishop there was a big upsurge in church membership and many former congregations were re-established. The foundation stone was laid by the Archbishop of Canterbury on 1866, and the cathedral was opened for services in 1869. At the time a debt of £8,000 remained on the building, and it was not until it was paid off in the middle of 1874 that the cathedral could be finally consecrated. The architect, Alexander Ross, practiced in Inverness for over 70 years and was provost of the borough from 1889 to 1895. He was also architect of several other churches in the diocese and of many secular buildings, including Skibbo Castle in Sutherland. This was the first cathedral to be completely built and consecrated in Great Britain since the Reformation. In 1971, the building was included in the statutory list of buildings of special architectural or historic interest. Source: www.invernesscathedral.org